Hello, hello. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Two Legit City on the mic. Yo, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing today? Two Legit City here. Today we're playing some of that city Skylines. Getting back into the city, and that means today, guys, we are gonna be city building. But of course, hope everyone's doing good today. Don't see we have a lot of people in chat right now, but nonetheless, if you guys are just tuning in, hope you guys are having a great week, and of course, ramping it up with a great Fridays. And of course, that means today is Friday, and I hope everyone's doing good. We gotta check up on a couple things. First thing we gotta check up is Mamba. Look at this guy. He's staring right at the TV. I don't know if he knows he's looking at himself. I don't know if he knows that he's on the camera. But it looks like he closes his eyes and he goes to rest. And of course, that means we're going to be putting the Mamba cam on today. We need to adjust it, of course. So that we could catch him in all his glory. And the Mamba babies. This little guy just turned 6 last night. I made sure he had a clean litter box the entire day, which means that after he pooped, I scooped it immediately, which is, he loves that stuff. He loves it when his litter box is clean immediately after he poops, but it's just kitty cat things. But of course, he is resting well, resting easy right now. Temperature's not too bad. And of course, that means it's time for us to get it in, guys. Back to the beach Mamba. If you guys were not following us before, right now we are basically pulling together a city. We did a lot of terraforming. We messed around with a little bit of the elevations, and I think we've settled on a lot of a foundation for the city. Now we just need to build it out, build some minor interchanges, and feed out the system so that it works as intended. Of course, it's not going to be anything too difficult. I don't think it would, but we'll see. Hope all goes well, of course. Now, of course, the city is still very low in population. I believe it's around like 10K right now. It's not that high. So we need to add in a lot of things. We were working in on a dumbbell set that is... I don't think it's going to be too bad. The dumbbell, I think, works really well. As long as we could manipulate some of the things. We are going to be waiting for it, though. I want to set up the grid around it so that the dumbbell works a little bit better. But a couple things like that that we want to set up so that we can get started with the city build in the downtown. But of course, we'll see, we'll see. And of course, if you guys are not familiar with the support me goal up here, we have a sub goal, exclamation point sub goal, for a community day where we do face cam, play the community games, and or, you know, check out some other games that are not part of our usual list. Ah, that's right. We were messing with a split off-ramp setup. Split off-ramp setup is not too bad. It looks like someone's taking it. Hey, let's go. So this split off-ramp setup is to make it so that it's, you know, fewer cars, and then if it's specifically going into this pocket. There's a couple other things I wanted to set up still, like the underpass, some of these road systems right here with how they're synced in. I may want to pull them apart a little bit further so that we have a little bit more space. I don't know if that's a lot. At the same time, we could pull in a Quay Anarchy setup. I don't know if I should, though. Try to clean that up a little bit with the Quay Anarchy. But this is the city that we have so far. We have to terraform this still. This is our partial cloverleaf. A modified partial cloverleaf. Well, that's a cop, right? He's moving way too fast. I was wondering who set the speed limits. I could try to do something here. Because we do technically have somewhat of a split right here that we could kind of if we have it on the ground, so we could do a setup with it so that we can make that like a connected split. That wouldn't be too bad. We can fix that later though. Alright, so as of right now, we were working on the downtown setup. So let's get to this. There was a couple issues about this that we had to think about. I think it was mainly due to how this is very tall and we wanted to get to a low ground area over here. There's about 50 meters of distance between here and here, and another 50 meters from the top to the bottom. And due to how I want this to be a harbor area, I kind of have to have the terrain lowered so that we could be having more realistic getting on and off of the harbor. But we'll see what we could do first. So this part's kind of interesting. We kind of did this on kind of like randomly because we just needed to have a connection to the highway. So I just did a normal S-curve. At this part of the S-curve, we just had it just hard slam into the highway. But it looks like right now we're balanced. Looking like they need a little bit of commercial, which is perfectly fine. And what's happening here? No one picked up the dead people? No one picked up the dead people. And that's because we do not have the crematoriums yet. Does that mean that our graveyards are full? No, we just don't have them in this area. Okay, that's fine. We can make some temporary graveyards, especially in the middle. It's totally safe. These graveyards are nothing to worry about. We might as well put in the commercial here. Of course, I'm aligning them up because I like having the walkable alleyways between the shops. And of course, with the demand, there's no way I don't actually not give them the commercial. They need it, so we got to give it to them. Okay, that lines up. And then we grab that. More low density. Okay, not too bad. So we'll get some more commercial down to here. Okay, so let's see. I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. All right, so industries over here. We have our stack over here. Happy with the stack. I wonder if I should align this more to the right, so we would have had more space for this. That could be something we could try to do. Of course, that's gonna bend this setup. That would make it look a little bit more clean, but I think it's very minor. We'll leave it like that for now. Okay, so I just figured out how to set that up, and I think we know how. So we'll leave that like that. I have to assume that... I think I have to assume that, right? That this is gonna keep going down. Because I did want this low, so this goes straight instead of inclining, declining. What's going on, Biblical Buddha? It's Friday, baby. Monday Fridays is when we play these city skylines. So it is Friday, my dudes. Hope you're doing well, Biblical Buddha. Hope all is good in your part of the world. So I believe once we got to here, we had a couple of things to think about. It was whether or not I have this continuously go low, because I do need space to climb down to the low ground. However, I will say that I could just do something like how we did it over here to go low, because we went down a good amount of distance with the setup, and it didn't turn out too bad, and I'm kind of happy with that. Thanks, man. Just got off the phone with the manager. He gave me a fat raise pog slide. Let's go. That's a good time to celebrate. Hey, man. You got to drink a beer for me over the weekend, Biblical Buddha. You drink, dude? If you don't drink beer or alcohol, hey, man, it's all good. If you do, yo, man, have the amber ale for me, please. If you got a fat raise. Only way to do it, man. I love craft beers. Nice, nice. Craft beers are nice, man. They are what we call the business. Alright, we can make some adjustments to this. I do want to make some more adjustments to the dumbbell that we have right here. Congrats, IPA Sours. I see you, I see you. I know, right? Cressida, congrats to this guy, Biblical Buddha, for the fat raise, man. Gotta eat well, gotta have the good beers. I'm a fan of the amber ales. I love reds. That's the beer of choice when if I'm going out. Okay, so let's start looking at some heights. Over here, we're at 131. Over here, we're at 140. That's 9 meters. So this is a normal sunken setup from here on out. Okay, that's fair. That's actually fair. I think we have this go flat, straight, before we start declining. And then I think what we can do is pull out this street. It's probably going to be... Is it this type of 4-lane? No, it's not. I think the idea would be this. Take the 4-lane, pull it out, and then pull it across like that. Right? And then we would be able to have this connect back to here. And if we could do that, we wouldn't need that. And then we could have the highway run underneath the 4-lane. If we could do that, we could have the downtown on this high ground. We could sink this down to a sunken highway, and then the sunken highway could keep declining in the soil. Eventually getting to the target height that we need to get at. I think that's going to be the play. Like this part, we're going to have to push it, right, as we should. And then we're just going to have to set it up. This part's going to be fun, though. I might not be able to get a merge out like that over here due to the decline. I'm hoping it's not too bad, though. I'm hoping it's not too bad. So how did I do this? I did this, and then that was +1. And then that merged to here, and then I pull the node back. Okay. Okay, I see how I did it. I see how I did it. Okay. That's not too bad, not too bad. There's a rock right there. Okay. So this 4-lane is going to be a long 4-lane that goes down the entire city. I guess that's fine. You could also take the highway instead. This splits the grid. However, there's no way to get on and off of this into the grid. You have to go into either the dumbbell or the parklow. And then we have to have this be harbor entrance to here. So I think... Oh... I guess that's an option. We could technically keep this at 1 lane right here, and then make this a 3-lane setup instead of a 4. Because thinking about it, I don't need the volume throughput for this to connect to here. Because it's not like this is going to be like a crazy populated area. It's going to be a harbor, so we're going to have a couple of unique buildings, a couple of shops, so we're not going to get that much traffic. So I don't think we need the thick 4-lane for that. So I might do something like this to make it so that it's a better transition. Maybe. I think that could work though. Do a setup like that. Hey, Aspacks, coming in for the 4 months. Thanks so much, Aspacks, for the 4 months of support. Welcome back to the city. Enjoy the emotes. D20 dice ad free viewing. Don't forget that legit sub badge. But thank you so much for the support. Aspacks, how you doing? How's the days today? How is the Fridays? Hope you're doing good, man. looking at the terrain, I think I pushed this out. I think I should. Right, because we're at 130, 140, or 140, 42, and we keep pushing this out until we get flush to the terrain height, I think. Because I can't actually tell how close I am to the edge without having this. It's beer clock, so well, nice, nice, nice. That means you're off of work, right? Gonna have a beer with Biblical Buddha. I see you guys over there, man. Nothing wrong with having some beers. Nothing wrong with having some beers. Alright, so we gotta extend this out, because this is where the highway's gonna be anyways. And I want it to be at height. What are we drinking? What's the drink of choice, Apzax? What is the drink of choice? Biblical Buddha is a connoisseur of sorts, if you didn't know. He has the beers of choice, as well as having the appreciation for the craft beers. This is a 3-step. 1, 2, 3. Nice, nice. St. Pauli girl. That's the commercial stuff, huh? I see you, Bass Packs. It's not bad. All right, we got our overpass. We'll have to terraform that again to realign it. Man, that's pretty good. And then the highway could extend out from here, and then we'll try to get to the low grounds. Cyberdyne, what's good? How you doing, Cyberdyne? How is the days today? How are you today? How's the Fridays, man? Hope you're having a good week. Nice, from Germany. Ja. That's how they say it, right? So we're at 100. We're coming down from 130. And then eventually, we're going to get down to 57. Okay. So the water level, let's assume, never changes. This is the ocean sea level. I don't think we can change that by too much. So I think the play with this is we lower the beach down or pull it out more. Pulling it out more is not a bad idea. Make it more gradual over here. It's not bad. German import, but it's domestically brewed now. Oh, what? They don't import those anymore? Feels bad. Lovely music, man. Hey, it feels very retro. That makes sense. All right, so 67 is the low level. I think we're gonna do a weird beach area. That kind of makes sense. I probably want to do the same idea for over here too for the beach area. So I think we're gonna take a arbitrary line of where the water can go up to, which is the 5940. We'll take that. Right, so that's height. That's gonna be where the water may bop us. So I want to go above that. So let's go above that by 10 meters. So this ends up being 69. So that's not bad. So I push this down. And then I try to get the flat level set up. All right, so looking at this, that's a good height for the beginning of the beach. So I'm gonna take that. We're gonna take that height as the level where the people are gonna be able to utilize the beach. Gotta expand into the beach area. Guys, stay hydrated. It's summertime's around the corner, guys. Want to be sipping on that water if you can. It's good for your health, better for your skin, and of course keeps away the headaches. Unless, of course, you are prone to headaches, in which case you are, compromised. Kind of sucks. Alright, so... Good evening, good evening, good evening, Magnificent Meg. How are you? How is the Fridays? Are you ready for the weekends? Because the weekend is here. Especially if you're coming in and the area where you're at is the evening. Friday's over. That means the weekday is over. Hope you're ready for the weekend. I'm good. Yes, lol. TGIF. Thank goodness it's Friday and it's Friday evening. I think I want to take this height for all of the low ground right here and make it like a strip. What map are we on right now? This is Lagoon Shore, I believe. Exclamation point map in chat will give you the specifics. I believe it's Lagoon Shore, which is a base game vanilla map. This is the map. A lot of sand, a lot of beaches. The color scheme works really well for the tropical aspect of it, while being a large landmass. So you're not technically an island, so it's kind of nice. Right now, though, we're just working on setting up our city. There's some areas right here that I did some preemptive terraforming. We basically have this decline on a hill, and it's going down gradually. And then eventually we get into a declining loop to go down 15 meters, and then we're at the height we're at, which is going to feed into a low area. I'll probably do some terraforming here. And then over here we have a park low that I have to finish terraforming. It's good height-wise. I just need to terraform everything so it's smooth. And it's not bad. I like the park low. And then after this modified park low, we have a stack interchange, which is pretty good. We have the normal 2-2 split, and the 2 splits out to the left and right. And then we have the same thing on the other side where it's a merge. 2-2 becomes 1. 2 plus 2 is 4. Now, of course, we keep going. We have a dumbbell that we're working on. This dumbbell really works because of how I want to make it a modified dumbbell. Basically, we have the dumbbell main street, and then we have additional on and offs that I need to add in. I have a 2-lane off of the 4 to get a nicer split where you could have part of them go to the dumbbell and a part of them go to the local setup. Technically, if they have to go into this area, it's better off if they take that exit instead of the dumbbell exit. And then we need to, put some more of these on this side, this side, this side, but I need to set up the grid first. Now, the thing is that before I could set up the grid, I want to make the overpass setup for the highway over here. Because the highway goes from a high ground, it goes into a underpass, and then we keep everything else at ground level. However, once we get this sunken in, we're going to keep it sunk. And basically, we made it so that the top level starts sinking down with the ramp. And then we're going to have this become a sunken highway, feed out into the beach area right here. So that's going to be what the plan is right now. However, there's a couple of issues with this, and it has to do with the height level. Right here, the top level is at 140 meters. My highway is only 9 meters below, which is, this is the minimum you need to have a sunken setup. This is going to keep sinking, but to get to the top of the beach right here, this is at 100. And then the area that I want the highway feeding into is down here, which is a 69. So there's kind of an issue right now with having this go down 100 meters in this amount of space. It needs to look somewhat realistic, but at the same time, I don't want them being like a spaghetti. I don't want that spaghetti, so I'm trying to see if I could do something about that right now. But that's the city so far. It's a small city. We're still growing. On the right side, we just have a very normal grid setup so that I could get my population rolling. Over here is the same thing, just a normal grid. We are planning to come back to fill out the space a little bit better. A lot of which is just makeshift, rough terrain, in terraforming, right? We just did a slope so that we could have a nice uphill. I didn't finish pulling that out to the edge of the mountain. I want to have a low ground over here potentially too. So there's a lot to do potentially. So right now though, we're just trying to fill it in keep the population happy while getting a good idea for how traffic is going to work. One of the things is I want to manage a traffic flow above 90% if I can. And of course, we have a weird setup off of a trumpet over here. It's a modified round where instead of having your loop over here, your traffic circle that comes from the highway, be a proper circle, I made it so that this only takes people that want to go into the highway. So we changed the speed of the 4 lane so you could go on this faster. And then we made it so that you can't go from here to here via the highway road by taking out that U-turn, because you didn't need it. So by having it like this is literally just a straight 4 lane with some highway entrances on it. Exits out one way. You can't go make a left because otherwise you just exit out the other way. But yeah, that's the city so far. And this is what we're managing. Trying to do our best. That's a good idea. Gotta have the good ideas. Now the thing is, usually with a good idea is that it's good. You just don't know if it works the way you think it does. That's where we have to come in with the trial and errors. I have to see if it works properly. Alright, so I want to push this out along this side as well, by the low-level beach. Are you using mods? I am! Exclamation point mods in chat to see my default list of mods. On top of that list of mods, I am using some other mods that were requested by the community. I typically play closer to vanilla, but people in chat have asked me for this playthrough to play with Node Controller, Intersection Marking Tool, Fine Road Anarchy, as you can see up here, and Traffic Manager mod. These 4 mods I never play with, and I'm playing with it this time. I typically still build really nice things without it, but with it, you know, it's kind of like giving someone unlimited power. It's like, what would they do if they're not used to it? But yeah, we are playing with mods though. And if you want to see my other mods list, exclamation point mods in chat, if you want to check that out. I can't live without my mods. I play closer to vanilla though, just due to the play style. But you could still build a lot of things really nice without the mods. That's what I do. I build nice things without mods. That's like my forte, if that makes sense. And I build specifically interchanges. I build them by hand. And I try to make them perfect. Alright, so the idea is, I'm thinking I terraform this entire low level by the beach right here. Maybe halfway. Maybe up to here. Because I'm thinking we don't want to go all the way to the river. We just want to have like this part of the beach be on the low ground. And I think what we should do is have a low tide, high tide design, if that makes sense. Basically, it's like, you know, you go to the beach, that's cool. But in a true tropical environment, sometimes they have low tide, high tide. And the low tide, high tide might make it so that you don't want to live over here. And maybe we have the housing right on top. So this is just purely a beach area. That's what I'm thinking. Traffic Manager and tile mods, awesome. Console basically has no mods. Yeah. If you play console, I'm basically the streamer you want to watch to get ideas from. There's a lot of things I do that's console friendly. But however, you know, if you play on PC, you have more capabilities with the mods anyway. So it's kind of boring for them to watch. But yeah, you know, I'm a niche player in a niche category. It feels bad, man. I don't play with a lot of mods. I don't do the hyper detailing. That basically is the city's meta now. So it's like, it's tough sometimes for me to meet people that play this game, because they typically flock over to the super modded players. But yeah, like I could show you some of my old builds. Mamba Peaks. This was our old build of how everything was set up. And then there was Murky Mamba. Turned out pretty good with how everything worked out. This one was one major interchange in the middle right here. And then everything else was local roads that we made ourselves. You do have a cat, so that probably helps with viewers. Yes, the kitty cat. His name is Mamba. He's the best. But yeah, we worked on some cities. They all look good. I'm happy with them. Ori, what's good? How are you? How's the days today? How is the Friday? So I'm doing good, Ori. Alright, so I want to do that low ground, high ground thing. So I think we're going to try to do a very minor elevation. So right here is at 69. We're going to be at 42, realistically. It's a very minor elevation change. Shouldn't really matter. Oh, and it's not max strength. So now I need to... I want to do like a ramp area with the road, so the house lives a little bit higher up. Good luck, Ori. You gotta get that car back, dude. Gotta get that car back. Gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, so this is gonna be the area. I think we push in this area right here. But I want to have a rough height of where my like actual houses should be, is what I'm thinking. So I think we'll do a weird area. That kind of makes sense, especially if I make this into a park. But that means I can't use things like beach volleyball courts. Feels bad. I got it back. Just have to pay off the loans I took to get it back now, Lamo. Dude, good luck, Lori. The loans for that stuff is tough. It's probably mad interest, right? But yeah, man, that stuff, it's tough, man. You got it, though. You just gotta put in the hours. It's tough, though, man. So, I'm thinking about this right now. This right here was 10 meters. When you have a beach area, you guys, do you guys know how tall it is typically from a top ground, high ground? If they have a like low tide, high tide situation, any of you guys know anything about that? Like what I'm thinking about is we have a low ground and then maybe we have a high ground, right? So it's something like this, very rough. And then what I want was something like this, where I come in this was 1, 2, 3. Push that in. And then it's like something like that. Right? So this is like the walking path, and then it's like it goes down like that. Because it's basically the beach is on the low ground, and you wouldn't have housing there because if the tide rises up, because maybe summer storm, you have warm water in the ocean instead of cold water, the storm and the flooding raises the water level, so you can't have housing down here. But this would be a great area, you know, to hang out, have a beach, have a barbecue, and all that stuff. And then you would typically see setups like this with keys on it. Right? And basically, like, you would try to put keys here. And then the keys would be the concrete kind of a deal. And then you would just have the paths go out like that. That's what I'm hoping to try to do, though. And I don't know how much height difference I should try to do. Now, of course, this is 69, that's 79. This is 10 meters. I guess this is also 10 meters, but because from the water, it looks a lot more. I guess we could do 10 meters. I think we should do 9, though, so it's at 78. Alright, so now we could push it like this. I think the 78 is going to be the height I try to gravitate towards in terms of long-term height. And then we just have the lower area right here for like a beach area. We'll put the beach chairs and whatnot. the parasols right here. Put all the beach chairs with the umbrellas. We'll have to set that up later, of course. So if we have this height at 7842, I have to go from here, 131 to 78. That's what, 50 meters? 55, 60? So we need to go from that height down to here. I probably push this back. At the same time, I'm thinking I should have a little bit of hillside housing on the side of this mountain. Maybe at the very low edge of the mountain only. And the ideal would be that it's like, you would kind of have that. You would kind of have that, right? Overlooking the beach. Especially if this is actually a mountain. People would love to pay for property like that. I need to make sure we have a clear 6942 at the lowest level, so I need to continue with this. And of course, guys, thank you guys for tuning in today. Coming into my stream out of all the other streams out there on the Twitch website. Thank you guys for being here, man. Showing the support, and of course, just hanging out. And of course, hope you guys are having a nice Fridays today. Y'all have any plans for the weekends? It was Cinco de Mayo yesterday. Do people actually like push off Cinco de Mayo and celebrate on the weekend instead? Is that a thing? It's kind of like how sometimes people go like, oh, it's Christmas. Oh yeah, we'll celebrate on the weekend when everyone's off. And is that a thing, or is that not a thing? I could see that not being a thing. You're actually going to... Which DLC are you buying, Ori? Don't do it. Airports is not worth it, man. Yo, airport's not worth it. Don't do it. It's a trap. Not the airports. It looks like I won't be able to do much. Like, from this valley right here, it looks like it has to be the highway. That's it. You're gonna buy all of them? Dude. I hope you wait for a sale, man. Hope you wait for a sale. At least, if you really need it. Why is that one not worth it? You need specific mods for it to work the way it needs to work, or else nothing is going to work. Basically, the issue you run into with the airport's DLC is the same issue you run in with some of the other buildings in the game that are standalone. So if you've ever played with public transit and you have something called the ferries, if you're familiar with, they come with the road in front. Same thing with the airport DLC. Guess what? Everything has a fixed road in front of it. That means if you have a one-way sector, this road is not one way. It's going to look like this. So some of your airports inside are going to look like that because of how you can't change that road. Some of the other things about it is some of the roads in front of it are fixed one way. So because of how it works, you might have a system like this, but your one-way road goes the other way from left to right instead. So it doesn't work and you have to flip everything. Another problem I hear is because there's fixed assets of roads in front of the buildings, if you want to use a 4-lane road, you can't upgrade it. You're stuck with that. There's also glitches with how the airports don't really work, how the taxis and the one-ways I just explained. And you have to get a lot of excessive mods in order for it to play properly. If you don't have the mods, I hear it's frustrating. So which is why I don't want to actually recommend anyone to get it. If you've played Sunset Harbor, I would argue it's not as good. At the same time, it might be better if you have mods though. But yeah. It's lack of better words, it's just like a cash grab. That's what it felt like. It felt like a cash grab. Okay, so if we have this all at height, we keep this at the side of the mountain like that. We have the overpass here, so this cuts down and under. We go down to the low ground. We'll try to have a gradual smooth slope to get to here. I probably might want to Do another elevation. Has there ever been a tiered beach area? Is that a thing? So like we have the beach here, we have the beach houses here, and then we do a higher elevation, maybe something like 87, right? Like this. And then this is where the commercial is. I don't think that makes sense. I'll get it to work without the mods. Good luck, man. Make sure that it's within the refund time window. That's all I'll say, man. Just make sure you do all the things you want to do with it within the refund window, man. Nah, I don't think that's gonna work. I think I want to keep to this height at 78. That's not too bad. I could reduce the sand on here so it's not as sandy on the top. Or we make it so that there's a layer of sand for the beach houses. Maybe we could do something like this and take the 87. Now, I want to work this backwards really quick. So I want to be 131, and then we have 87. I need to do some math. I need to make sure the difference is divisible by 3. So 131 minus 87 is 44. That is not good. So 131 minus... It needs to be 86, or I make it taller. I'll make it taller. So 86 plus 3 is 89. So this has to be this tall. Okay. So this math that I'm doing has to do with the internal game's calculations and how they do that. So that means this is 80. Because I had to add 2 to here, and then I minus 9 to go to here. So that, yeah, it's 80. 808, my bad. Oops. So basically, there's a height modifier with how the roads work, and I want to align with that so that we get flush connections. That's kind of a thing that if you don't have some of the other mods to do for you, you kind of have to do this. I got 13 DLCs for $58. How many of them did you pay full price for? Because if you pay full price for any of those, I recommend to wait. I hope you don't pay full price for any of those DLCs. Zipro, not bad, not bad. So $13 minus, and that's 58. So the recent DLC, Sunset Harbor, the cheapest will probably go on sale for is probably $10 out of the 15. Because it's the most recent. So you're spending $48 for 12. I believe that turns out to be $4 per DLC. Outside of airports. I don't know if that math is correct, but that's what I'm assuming. So you average costs like $4 per DLC, plus airports at 10. Sunset for $674. Oh, you got, yo man, you got gypped. Getting overpaying for that. I'm just kidding. Sunset Harbor was kind of meh. You didn't really get much with that. Oh, okay. So I wanted to do this low ground right here of 80 all the way parallel with the actual beach area below. And I thought that would be a nice setup. All right, so that's one thing I want to set up. I think, though, this has a ramp right here that goes on the local roads that goes uphill. Because I want to do a low ground area from here. because I don't want this being tall against the river, flowing out into the beach. So I want to sink this down and have a 2-tier setup here too. And then I want to run that parallel then, because if you want to have the beach houses should be right behind it, which means I need to trim this a little bit, which I guess should be fine. So if I do that, I probably over push it, right? So that when I pull that out, it's easier. So I over push that, and then I get to this height, and then I push that back out. So that's one thing I would need to do if I want to get to this height of 80. I want universities. Universities is alright. I feel like they could have made it better. Instead of having it be focusing on the college level, I wish they just did the education for everything, like elementary and high school. Customize campuses for that. That would have been nice. Instead, though, we just got just college level and nothing else. So it looks like it's going to go through to here, in which we're going to leave the mountain and try to massage this going downhill. And then hoping we get from here to here smooth enough. It's probably going to be a little bit windy so that we get more space to go downhill. And then 89 minus 131. That's what? 42 meters, I believe. So if I do... I think I have to do the same thing with the loop like this to go down the height level. I think I need to do this again. I think it is what it is. That would be cool. What map are you playing? I am playing Lagoon Shore. Exclamation point map in chat will give you the map name and the DLC it's from. I believe it's Lagoon Shore. It's the beach map you get in the base game, City Skylines. Oh, you got the content creator packs? Oh, Ori. Did you buy that already? I would recommend to not get the content creator packs. I don't have the deluxe upgrade. Oh, man. I don't have the deluxe upgrade. I also don't recommend getting the content creator packs. I want it all. So let me tell you what the content creator packs are. The content creator packs is the Paradox goes into the Steam workshop, looks up people that make assets, and then they go, hey, you want to make an asset pack for us? And they go, cool. And I don't know what happens. But, yeah. All you get is this. Unique buildings that all function the same thing as a regular park does. Right? It gives you noise, pollution, and entertainment, right? That's a small park. All you'd get is a unique building that does the same thing. Pollution, noise pollution, entertainment. And that's all you get. These are what you call assets, and there's millions of them on the Steam Workshop that you could download for free. That's why I don't recommend it. You could probably find a clone of this or something exactly the same free on the workshop. It just requires you to actually look through the workshop, right? And they all function the same. Oh, and console is different because you guys don't have the workshop. I could see that actually, you know, putting some life back into the game, but because the workshop is there, it's you don't want to spend money on it because it's like, why? Why would you want to spend money on that? They're generally lame. Yeah, you can't do much with it. They just look a little bit different. Uglarvis, what's good? I see you over there. I figured out what's wrong with my old PC. PSU is a brick. Ordered a new one today. Nice silent one. Good stuff, man. Hopefully it fixes it. I had someone told me that my PC issue I was having was power supply unit related. I ordered a new one. It didn't fix it. And that's the last time I took tech advice from chat. I jimmy rigged my PSU to the other one and it fired up no problem. Nice. Dead PSUs, they suck, man. It happens. But hey, how old's your PSU? And what's the new one you're getting? I recommend getting a plated PSU. Gold plate if you can. They typically last a long time. My gold plate lasted 12 years, if that makes sense. That one was from 2005-26. Hey, damn. That lasted a good time. Yeah, man. You gotta get. I usually spend a good amount on the power supply because it'll last upwards of 10 years. Say, hey, man, you got your values worth, dude. Pog slide, dude. Nothing wrong with that. When's the new one coming in, and what kind of PSU are you getting? Okay, so thinking about this, I'm just chatting right now, guys. So I'm sorry, I need to get to work. I want the beach on the low end. That's gonna stop right here. I want the beach housing running parallel with the beach at the bottom. So we'll modify that because I'm probably gonna pull this downwards like that. And then I want the actual shops and non-beach houses on this tier, which is fine. New one's the gold too, but instead of 750, I grabbed the 550. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. I know it's for the wife, but if you do any pass downs of GPUs and you have anything above a 2080, it's going to basically brick the PSU unit. I'm not even kidding. If you only have a 550 watt, it's a 1060. Okay, that's fine. Because it's like, that's the main thing. With how, in the most recent years, the thing that we're worried about is power supply consumption because of how the graphics cards are all pulling more power from the PSU unit nowadays in the most recent years. So typically, I don't get anything below 650. Because, I mean, you don't do any overclocking or anything like that, which draws more power. And then it's like, do you have a liquid cooling system, or is it just a regular heatsink? You gotta, I mean, you probably know about that too. How it's like all of those additional things are just going to be more power hungry. Oh, yours? Whoa, 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 whoa. What about the processor chip and everything else? So you're spending more than 50% of your power supply unit on the graphics. I'd be a little worried, man. That's all included. Oh, the 320 watts is the PSU powering the CPU, GPU, fans, heat sinks, case fans, front side pans, all that. All right, cool. Gotcha. Hey, as long as you got that taken care of. Yo, man. When's it get to the house? Is the wifey gonna be playing Minecraft maximum render distance or something? What's the wifey gonna do on the PC, man? Probably Sunday night. Hey, man. In my experience, the delivery guy never delivers on a Sunday. Sundays are like, oh yeah, we lied. You'll be there on Monday instead. Every time without fail, I order something and it gets shipped on a Sunday. Yeah, we lied. It's not going to be here today. It'll be here on, Monday. Every time, without fail. We only get foreigners delivering on Sundays. Interesting. Why you gotta hate? I got a 1060. That's, what do you mean? I got a 1050. I'm not hating. How did you look at that as hate? What are you talking about, Ori? Come on, man. What's wrong with you? I'm saying, yo, man. The graphics cards pull a lot of power. I just want to make sure the PC turns on, man, when he gets it. I run a 1050 Ti GTX. You got a stronger video card than I do. In my country, they don't do deliveries on Sunday at all. Yeah, I feel that. That used to happen to me too. I guess it depends on which company's delivering. If you have someone like Amazon, they're going to be delivering on Sundays. They don't care. But on smaller companies, I think they might cost more to deliver on a Sunday. I'm not sure. Alright, so I'm going to have to do that loop for this to work properly. So we go on a declining ramp and then curve 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I go straight. So ramp 1, 2, 3 straight. 5 times 3, 15. So we would have to make up the rest of it right here. Mamba's napping. That's his... So Mamba does this thing where he likes to copy the positions that I do, and I sleep on my back. So that's him trying to copy how I sleep. It'd be like that sometimes. Wait, what? 79? Wait, that's how much I paid for 650 gold plate. What the heck? Feels bad, Silent. I bought a PSU unit 3 months ago, and it was $69 for a 650 watt gold plate. Oh, Canadian. I forgot about that. Sorry, man. What's up, Captain Elvis? How are you today? How was the weekend? Oh, it does. I used to sell on eBay on the side back when it was $15 extra for weekend delivery, which included Sunday. I mean, yeah, it's the weekend. Alright, so we are going to have to make up 42 meters from here to here. Another thing about this is that I have to also deal with some other things. So 42 meters. So we're going to do a loop right here. It's going to take care of 15. 1542 is what? 22? 22? Or was it 22? 1542. 27. Mamba stretched. Mamba's Scottish fold, man. I didn't realize it was Mother's Day till the weekend, until my boss told me. someone in my Discord told us, "Hey guys, PSA, Mother's Day this weekend." And I was like, "Oh yeah, it's Mother's Day." Hope you guys take Mama out for lunch. Hope you guys have a nice lunch, man. Alright, so if we loop, and you made fun of me for it, yo man, my mama said, hey, I want to see you over the Cthulhu. I was just memeing, man. I wasn't making fun of you. I was just watching the water boil, and that was a funny scene. Alright, I sat here for like an hour doing nothing right now, guys. I'm very sorry. I keep talking to chat. You guys are cool, but I feel like I'm getting nothing done, so I need to try to focus. So we need to go down 1542. That's what? 15 plus 12, 27. So 27 meters. We'll have to go down from here to here. I think we're going to do a Sunken Highway setup, but we're going to make it a little bit weird with how the decline is going to be. Now, of course, due to how it works, I think it's going to be an inside setup. That shouldn't be too bad. I'm also thinking of lowering this to a 2-lane instead of having this be a 3, but I think we'll keep it at a 3 for now, just to have the throughput, just in case. So I'm pretty sure we have this pulled down like this. Right, this pulls straight out. And then, can you do underground highways that ends at the ridge? What ridge? I don't know what you're talking about, Ori. Cthulhu, hope you're doing good though, man. Sorry to be me, calling you mama's boy. Nothing wrong with being mama's boy. Mama's cool. Because you know what mom said. Can Mamba do tricks? He has a couple. But it's hard to do it and catch it on camera. The one you said you need to lower to have the streets come down. Foosball is the devil. That woman is the devil. Wait. I have no idea what you're talking about, Worry. I have no idea what you're talking about, man. So I'm lowering this one. You want me to have this one sink underground. I don't know where you want it to pop back up. I would imagine we would try to cut through the mountain. Whatever. It's a bad idea. I'm not going to do it. I don't like bridges, so I consider that tunnels. I consider that a bad idea. So I'm not going to pay any attention to that. I need to actually get to work. I need to just start thinking. I need a safety save. So we're going to save 5. Let's get this in. Save package. All right, so we're working over here. No tunnel city. No, I probably have tunnels somewhere. I'm going to use metros. So I'm probably going to have tunnels somewhere. In most parts, though, I avoid tunnels in all of my cities. I normally just never like the tunnel. So, yeah. Tunnels are not something you want, typically. It's only if, push comes to shove. It's like, oh, we need to have it. Okay, whatever. Because they're way too expensive. They're honestly not something you could just erect at will due to how pipelines work. So it's like, normally, you're not going to have too many tunnels. Alright, so we're going from here to here. No tunnel challenge for over a year now. I don't even look at it as a challenge. I just look at it as a play style. I honestly, that's how it is for me. I don't think that's even a challenge. That's just a play style at that point. I'm just not a fan of tunnels. But you know what they say. To each their own. If you're a fan, you love tunnels, hey, it is what it is, right? Nothing but tunnels. Dude, Ori, is your road upkeep like millions of dollars each day? Because goddamn, are tunnels expensive. Alright, so what I'm doing right now is I'm pulling this at height, which is at 130, 142. I'm doing this because of the idea I have. So the idea is that I thought about it. You want to do, well, you don't want to do. I want to do what's called a Sunken Highway. Now, the problem with having a Sunken Highway is that you typically don't have that with one side of the Sunken Highway being on the side of a mountain. Meaning that if I were to have something like this, right, and the road comes out, and I have a curve here, right? This never exists in real life. You would never have a sunken highway like that because of how the landslide would come down, mudslide, landslide, and then bam, it gets inside to the highway. I believe what you would typically have is the land over here be a little bit more flat, so there's a little bit of a buffer space. So I want it like that flat, so we could try to set up like a wall to stop the side of the mountain from like landsliding into the highway area. Because I'm gonna sink that down and run a key wall, so that's a little bit flush. That's the idea, at least. With TMPE, can you make public transits emergency only? Wait, what? I don't think I follow. You want to make it so that people could only use public transits in times of emergency. Is that what you're asking? So, like, only when there's an earthquake, I could use the monorail. Is that the logic? Alright, so we're going to have that flag. So another thing with this is that I'm probably going to pull this close. I might have to have another small street overpass over this, but I'm not too worried. I do know that we want to come out to here before we start lowering. No police, firefighters, and such, but only those in public transit on certain roads. Vehicle restrictions. Yes. I believe you could do that. This is emergency. This is recycling. This is trucks. This is public transit. No. What is this? Is this police? I thought that was police. This is public transit. This is regular cars. I don't know what this is. But they have vehicle restrictions with TMPE, yes. It might be a little jank, though, because I don't know how they work properly. Alright, so 89 plus 15 is 99 plus 5 is 104. So this is the actual height I need to be at when I get to here. I need to push that down. Alright. So I need to have this come to about here, from here. Now the problem with this, though, is... isn't this kind of steep? Isn't this kind of a steep climb? Not gonna lie. Right? This is kind of steep. We get to here, and then we could do a loop, right? That allows us to do the last part of the inclination. I want that to not be as steep if possible. Maybe I lower it here a little bit. So that's probably going to be the goal. Let's look at how we should actually do this, though. So we have the merge on here. This is 10 units. So I could do a little bit of math. So let's do 30 meters. Oh, that makes this part tough. I hope that doesn't hurt me too bad. So maybe we do 50 instead. Because that's 10, 20, 50. So that's 10, 30, 50. And then from here, we start declining. Basically, I want a flat area where everyone's at level before they actually go into this highway, which shouldn't matter too much. And then by doing that, we could incline a little bit earlier. Okay. So let's look at the distance then. If I do this, let's say 1400, this is 70 units. And we're going down what height? About 27 meters. Happy Friday to we'll see you in chat. Happy Friday indeed. How are you, Miss Chemical Stairs? How was pizza day yesterday? Hopefully you guys had some nice pizza. But happy Friday indeed. Yo, Miss Chemical Stairs. Are you gonna go home and visit Mama Stairs this weekend? Or Mama Pigeon? Yo, man. It's Mother's Day this weekend. So this was 70 for 27. So it's roughly around... Okay. I kind of have an idea, I guess. Nah, too far, but I'll call them. Hey, for sure, for sure. Mother's Day is this Sunday, guys. Yes, Cthulhu came in with the PSA. I heard from that guy first. So if this is 40, and I do the same type of difference... Wait, no. I did 70, so maybe I do 35, which is here. So that would be like that. So how this would work is, if I did 27 over 70, I could add another 35 to that, which would increase that by 50%, which means that I would take the 27 height. Right now, 27 divided by 2 is 13.5. If I take 27 divided by 3, it's 9. So technically, I go down 9 meters here. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. We're able to do math. Okay, so here is going to be the marker. I'm at 131. I take out 9. This goes to 22. So I need to lower this to like that. All right, so we're going to redo this whole thing, of course, as we should. And then, of course, the bottom's going to be at that old height of 104. And then we'll do that height difference now. Yeah. So we take this, we push that in, as we should. Delete that, rebuild this, 700. And nice, this is the setup. So this is at the bottom. So we need to go up to the top. How long is this? 260. I want this to be 10 units. Mother's Day is this Sunday. Only way to do it. Guys, do you guys remember when you guys were little? And you guys would make Mother's Day gifts at school? Y'all remember those days? Where you would do like macaroni things with glue and give your mom a macaroni necklace. I remember those days. I wasn't a fan of jewelry when I was a kid, so instead of making my mom a macaroni necklace, I think I remember making her something else. It was like a picture, and I glued macaroni on it. It was mad jank. Hello, good sir. Hello, Goyito-san. How are you today? How is the days today? How is the Friday? You doing alright, Goyito-san? Alright, so we want to curve from here to here. And then from here, we do a new line. Which is going to be at 300. I'm doing alright. How are you, my friend? I am feeling like I'm starting to break a sweat. But I'm realizing that it's alright. It's starting to get a little hot. Starting to get a little hot. But nothing we can't manage. Just a little bit of the weather. But right now we are trying to brainstorm how to lower the ground to the beach area, and I think we got it. No pain, no gain. I see you over there. Dude, the summer is gonna suck, man. I'm not a fan of summer. I will say that. Summers over here in my area, man, it is not fun. It is not fun at all. Dude, man, I'm happy that I'm not in San Diego. But, man, I'm like 2 hours from Death Valley. Death Valley holds the record of the hottest place on Earth. But a lot of the times, people don't care about it because the population over there is not that high. Oh, man. You think it's bad for you? I'm in Texas. I feel bad for you guys in Texas. Texas is wild, man. It's really the Wild West over there. Anything goes. They don't give a damn over there. I'm in Puerto Rico. I don't know, man. It's just weird. It's a combination of yeah, it's a combination of the wildfires in the area. We're supposed to have a heat wave this weekend. I gotta look that up. You guys are far from me, so I shouldn't be experiencing that same heat wave. I think we've gotten to peak 133 last year. But that was last year. The hottest point of summer where I live was at 133 Fahrenheit. So it will normally be around 110 during the summer. So it's like, yeah. And we also don't really have that much humidity. So it really sucks. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying, dude, it sucks over here, man. It gets bad. Not only that, we have a lot of drought warnings. We've had droughts for the last 10 years. We're told to not use that much water at the same time. So, you know, you don't have as many sprinklers going off. Not a lot of people watering the plants because we can't use it. It sucks, man. It sucks. All right, so I believe I want something. So I want the streets to come out here. Oh, but I can't do that until I start setting up the bottom. Okay, that's fair. We could do that. Try to get it started. So I need to finish carving out the beach area then. What can I do here? Oh, I can make this hook down. Yeah. That could be kind of cool. And then this curves down. Yeah. So we'll have the hook right there, so it shouldn't be too bad. I've been struggling to surpass the 4th milestone, and my money goes down. Oh, Boyito-san. The 4th milestone. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't get to Boomtown. I see. Usually, if you can't get past one of the early milestones, it typically means that you're either A, overbuilding your roads, or you're taking a little bit of extra... What do you call this? What do you call it when someone does a little bit too much when they're not supposed to? Like, they took the... Not the privilege, but... They took the, How do I say that? What's that word called? When you, do something because of the... You took the... There we go. That's exactly it. You took... Sometimes we take the liberty of adding an extra road or spending a little bit too much on the road design. That's great, Miss Chemical Stairs. Thank you so much. That's exactly the word I was looking for. Sometimes we take the liberty as players, and what we do is we build a little bit too much. And that's actually not too uncommon. That happens a lot of the time. You might have came in and you might go, okay, because I want the industry that creates pollution, I want that to be far away from my residents because of how that lowers land value. The pollution gets the citizens sick. You don't want that. If you do something like that and you worry about it too much and you have a lot of dead road space like this, where from here to here, there's nothing on the zoning, a lot of roads that don't really do much, and you just have driving time, that's bad. You can't do that in the beginning of the game. When you're in the beginning of the game, you kind of want your city to look like this. Just one kind of mess of zoning in a very compact and tight setup. You have to do this. If you don't, you're going to realize that you struggle way too often unless you want to, turn on unlimited money. And that's because you don't get any freedom. In the beginning of the game, each milestone you unlock is based off of money management. So you manage your money, make sure you don't go in the under, and then you have to just keep managing it so you grow your population until you get to small city. That's what you need to do. A lot of the times that involves managing your budgets, primarily your water and power. I don't touch anything else because I don't need to, but you can. But basically what you want to do is make sure that your water and power is providing enough. You do not want to over provide, because by raising up the sliders, you're consuming more money per week. So you have to manage both your budgets and making sure that you're not building too wide. I'm able to do that now because I'm rich. I got 4 million. So you can't play like I do until you get to small city. But once you get to small city, you can do whatever you want because you're gonna have to cash. Because once you get to small city, unlock the policy, small business enthusiast and big business benefactor, that amount of money you get from that policy makes up the difference in how your zoning density could make money. That just makes it so that I get more revenue, so I could build more widespread now. So you really very much need those policies in order for you to start taking exclusive liberties to do a certain design. Like, one of the things you could do is build a roundabout. That's a waste of money. You literally don't need it in the beginning of the game. You're better off just slamming a road like this into a T interchange. If you spent money in the pre-small city setup to do any type of intersection that's not just a normal T or a four-way cross like this, you're wasting money because it doesn't benefit you in the early game. And because you're wasting money, you go bankrupt and then you lose. But yeah, Goito-san, man, it's tough. Hopefully those tips helped you out. And yeah, hope you have good luck on your city building. Alright, so here, I want a street that curves and goes down. If that makes sense. So I want this to go from the top level, half circle, decline into the bottom. Now, afterwards, though, I think I have to massage this. I can't have this be a cliff like that and we overlook it, right? I don't think that really works. Sorry if I sidetracked you right there. No worries. If you guys have questions, feel free to ask. I'm happy to help you guys out. Especially if it's about the game that we're playing. Because it's like, I have good mastery over the game. So if it is about the game we're playing, yo man, if I can help, I will. And I would want to. So no worries, no worries. Alright, so I need to smooth out the edge. Because when I did the terraforming to get to at level, it kind of ruins the edge. So I have to re-smooth it. You can see that bump getting smoothed out a little bit better, right? That's what I'm trying to smooth out. I want to make the beach look as legit as possible. I don't want the sand to be a cliff. I want it to be like a smooth beach area. So I'm going to want to try to push this in. So we don't need a large beach area. I just want it to be somewhat smooth so that the people hanging out over here have some, beach area to hang out. Wanted to be somewhat small. Welcome to Questions. AMA tag is legit. That's right. Been rocking that AMA tag since the beginning of the streaming career. And that's because I was like, huh, AMA is a Reddit tag. How come it's on Twitch? I was like, I'll put it up, Thug Life. And I've had it since. Miss Chemical Stairs, what kind of games are you playing nowadays? How has work been? I haven't talked to you in a while. Asking about how life is. I heard that the succulents are doing good. And I'm curious. Have you and Pigeon talked about potentially getting a pet outside of the plants? Because I remember early on, it was like, you guys thinking about getting pets? No, we're getting plants. Fortnite, are you a MLG pro yet, Miss Chemical Stairs? Could you carry me in Fortnite? Briefly, but probably still not. Yeah, gotcha. If you guys were to get a pet, what kind of pet would you guys consider? I would imagine maybe a low maintenance pet. Start off. Something like a cat. It's the doggos. Doggos are kings, huh? I see. Well, my first pick would be a cat, but Pigeon, what's a dog? Gotcha. Dog and an owl. Have you had a pet owl before, Goito-san? How does that work? How does a pet owl work? Seems interesting. Don't you have to stay up all night in order to feed them, Kappa? Or is that just a meme? You know what I'm saying? Like, aren't owls, like, aren't they awake at night? So doesn't that mean you have to stay up late? Because it's like, that's where we got the term night owls. Or do I go to, like, Europe, get an owl there, so the owl is used to the time in Europe? So that it's awake during the day in America? That's a meme, by the way. I know the animals don't work that way. No, but they look very cute. Interesting. I heard baby owls sleep on their back, and they look very weird because of how they're sleeping. And it's because their heads are too heavy for them to sleep standing up. Is that true, Goito-san? Look at Harry Potter over here. I want to start feeding the local birds, but I'm worried the apartment complex won't like me drawing birds and then pooping on everything. Oh. I mean, if you go to the park and do it, Miss Chemical Stairs, and then you go into like a coffee shop afterwards, they probably won't be able to follow you afterwards. But I imagine that unless there's something like crows or ravens, they won't be able to kind of differentiate between the people feeding them and won't be able to follow you. That's what I'm thinking, but I'm not sure. I think you'll be fine, though. I've had a pet owl. It was while I was at school. He brought me my mail and everything. What? This guy, man. Actually, Harry Potter and his owl. Got him in a weird alley in the UK. Yep, this guy, man. Bought it from J.K. Rowling. I see you over there. That owl would attack you for giving it jet lag. Oh, man. Oh, a bird feeder on the balcony. Yeah, that's probably a no. Yeah, that's probably a no. Yeah, they just be laying on the floor. Yeah, they do that, right? I saw the pictures of that, Goyutu-san. Like baby owls. I hear that because their heads are too heavy for them to carry. They have to sleep like that when they're babies. And once they grow their adult body, they'll be able to sleep standing up like they normally should or something. I thought it looked mad funny, man. I thought, like, man, that's a tired owl. He's sleeping on his back. Alright, so the idea is I am going to want to set this up with lines. So we see the green circle here. This green circle is going to be my guiding line. So we're going to use the bottom of the circle and try to draw straight lines when we can. And this is going to be the guiding line for our beach. I want the bottom of this to be pushed back, and then I don't want any of the hills on the zoning, and then I'll be able to line it up. Alright, so that's a 140. Work is fine, I like my teammates a lot, but the client's not kind. Aww, feels bad. Happy to hear that the teammates are nice though. Having a good team is, yo man, pivotal for that workspace environment. Having a bad team would drive you insane. So having a good team, man, that's amazing. Sis la vie, I don't even know what that means. I know something about crappy DM. Demon? Crappy demon? No. Carpe diem. There we go. The bad genes is what they call it. Crappy denim. Miss Chemical Stairs, I got a question. If you want to feed a bird, couldn't you just feed pigeon? Oh, that's Latin? Hey man, I don't speak anything though, outside of English. The struggle is real. Fuzzy, how you doing though? How's the Fridays? So a lot of the times using the roads is a nice thing to do due to how easy it is. Curve down the curve up. That could be an idea. See, but the line is not smooth. I guess we'll have to do a short segment. 180, 320, so that's what, a 140? That's pretty good. That segment is long enough that I wouldn't be mad about it. Okay, we get the slight curve. Alright, now from here, this is a 5. So this is a 140, 240. So that's another 5. Perfect. Oh yeah, this is perfect. I'll grab that. And then there is a curve out. So that means this curve is going to be larger. So that's not too bad. I was thinking of having a half circle here, just like we have over here. So that would go into here. I think I shouldn't do that. Hey, Oblov, how are you? Hello to Legit, the city. How are you, Oblov? How are you today? How is the Fridays, my dude? Hope you're doing well. $280, $240. It's about a 200. All right, we'll go right to left to right. We'll take that. We'll take that. I am well. Thanks for asking. Gotcha, gotcha. Good to hear, man. How are you? We doing all right? Just enjoying building the cities right now. Trying to pull everything together. But otherwise, yo, man. Just trying to have a good Fridays. I am doing pretty good as I'm kind of riding the wave of getting the YouTube Partner Program. And guys, if you guys didn't know, we got accepted to the YouTube Partner Program, which means that we could do things on YouTube now. Hey, Lesniskus, thank you so much. Just wanted to thank you for the YouTube guides and great stream. Thank you so much for using your Prime on me. Lesniskus, thank you so much for the 3 months. And of course, welcome back to the city. Enjoy the emotes, D20 Dice ad-free viewing. Don't forget that legit sub badge. But thank you so much for the support. Grats, dude. Anti-Tar Heel, I see you over there. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, thank you. Thank you all, Blonde. And of course, guys, yo, I am thinking we're going to be starting uploading the cities VODs as well onto the YouTube. It wouldn't hurt. And I'm thinking about changing up the upload schedule as well on the YouTube. But yeah, I am thinking about starting to upload some of my VODs for when I do the city building. That way I could start to gather a little bit of a cities audience before I start actually making cities videos. I'll still be focusing on Oni though, but I'm thinking about adding the cities VODs. If you guys want to check that out, man, we'll have it there for you guys. And of course, guys, Prime, if you guys have it, y'all know what it is. Use your Prime. If not on me, use it on somebody, because you guys get one free every month if you guys already have an Amazon subscription. But of course, that means that, yo man, use it on your favorite streamer, just don't let it go to waste. Congrats, partner. Thank you, Luniscus. And thank you so much for the support. Maybe multi-stream? I don't have a TikTok, actually. I don't have a TikTok, actually. Multi-stream? What did you mean by that? Ori, what's a multi-stream? Stream multiple games? Yo, Ablav, that's illegal. Can't do that. If you didn't know that, it's illegal. Hi, multi-stream, maybe stream multiple people. There are programs that let you stream multiple sites at the same time. Oh, you can't do that, Ori. If you didn't know, that goes against the terms of service. You could only do that if you are not an affiliate on Twitch. So you would have to be a regular person on Twitch that's not an affiliate in order to stream both on YouTube and on Twitch and probably Facebook Gaming at the same time. Hey, Anti-Tarheal, thank you for continuing the gifts from Uglarvisk. Appreciate it, man. But yeah, Ori, you can't do that. That's a fast way of getting you kicked out of the program. If you didn't know. But that's probably because you don't stream though. So you wouldn't know about that. Yep, you could lose it. The terms of service are all about to change, actually. They will allow you soon to do it. We'll see a pop-up marshmallow. When it happens, I'll check it out. But I've seen YouTube streaming. Dude, YouTube live streaming is tough. It's like crazy toxic. You'll have people spamming on your channel to watch their channel, which is something that you don't typically see in Twitch. Like, oh, check out this guy. He's doing the same thing, but he's more entertaining. Like, that stuff is tough, man. Oh, interesting. Pop a marshmallow. I think I saw that too. Why would they allow it to do it? Because they want to slap us without losing us, if that makes sense. Because if the changes they make are too much, and it's like, it's not worth it streaming here anymore, it's kind of like, you know, yeah, we're just going to go to YouTube. They don't want to lose their content creator base. They rather have it so that they could just go to everything else. Like, hey, you can do both now, you know, so why not? But we're going to make it worse for you on the rates. I mean, that doesn't help though, Ori. That doesn't help the argument at all. I want to brag. I got Carnivore last week. Your guides, vids helped a lot. Gave me the courage to finally try good stuff on this. Happy you got it. What was the critter of choice? What was it that you did to get the setup to work exactly the way you needed it to? How'd you do it, man? What was the strategies? I'm curious. This is a 17. I probably want to do an 18. So this is 18. Yeah, it's not bad. But congrats, my dude. Congrats. Stone Hatch Farms and one Smooth Hatch with 12 dupes. Oh, you even got the lucky Smooth, baby? Oh, I see you over there. Other platforms are not exclusives? I am not sure. Because I am not on the other platforms, I don't know if they have anything similar to exclusivity. Not that I don't think they have it, it's more so that since I'm not on it, I don't know. That's really what it is. Nixes? Not actually sure. Yeah, pop a marshmallow. I see that. I almost got in trouble for posting my Twitch VODs on YouTube within 24. Yeah, you can't do that. You got to make sure. Yep, that's another thing that people miss too a lot. They don't know about that. Got it in cycle 84. That's fast. Hatches are one of the better sources of foods though for carnivore though. So yo man, congrats. Good stuff. Good stuff. YouTube is exclusive after a certain level. Ooh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. All right, so this is 12. I guess that's fair. No, that's not 12. That's 16. Yeah, I guess that's fair. I could deal with that. 16 is not bad. Hey, I figured might as well get the initial refined metal without dupe smashing. That's true. That's not bad, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Proud of you over there, Leniscus. Were you following the, Were you following my VOD video? I'm just curious. Don't know if you were. Fraze G Baller. Holy crap, that's a name I haven't seen in a while. How are you doing, Mr. Fraze? What is good? How have you been? I got Locavore Super Sustainable on the same run. Yeah. The thing is like, usually if you do Carnivore, doing Locavore in the same run makes a lot of sense. Just because of how, you know, how it is. Long time. What you been up to, Fraze? Hope you've been well. Hope life's been treating you good, dude. But how have you been, dude? I'd use YouTube, but it's impossible to find anything there. Same with YouTube videos, IMO. Interesting. I guess some people are just more familiar with the platforms they're used to, which makes sense. Long time, all good. How about you? Yo, man, just trying to do our best. Trying to do what we can. Alright, I think this is going to be a hook curve that allows us to have a larger area at the bottom. 320, so that's a 120. Nice, nice. Do you know how the landscape tools work? Yep, of course. Are you talking about the terraforming tools? Of course I know. The hard part with Locavore was the toilets, to be honest. I just plugged some reed fiber for the overflow. I use your setup for the incubators. Ah, interesting. Nice, nice. Yeah, a lot of the times, though, that setup for the incubators is not the best. I could probably, if I spend some time like thinking about it, focusing on it, I could probably get something that works really well. But yeah, that's not the best design, sadly. But hey, happy you got it, dude. That is mad pog that you did. Does that mean you're going to be doing an all achievement colony now? Early game works. Yeah, in early game, it's good enough. It's good enough. All right. So this is gonna half circle. We'll have some walking paths go from top to bottom. I'll probably put some beach volleyball off of the road, and then we'll probably not have this road go all the way. We'll probably have a lot of walking paths as well. Maybe have a parking lot somewhere here so that we could have them stop by here. Maybe make that a square instead so that we could put a parking lot. Got most of them. Still working on a couple. Cycle 507 now. Oh, damn. You're deeper cycle count than I am. That's impressive. The rest is just time, really. Yeah. Just a matter of time. But yo, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Happy you got it. Happy that the Onis is sounding like it's getting easier. Sounds like some good times all in all. You think you're gonna beat me to it though, Leniscus? You think you're gonna beat me to getting all the achievements? You're deeper in on the psycho counts already, so maybe you will. And then this is a simple curve. I doubt it. I'm not that good. Yeah, hey man, it's a matter of time though, you know. Not that you gotta exert any extra force. It's only a matter of time, so maybe it's not gonna be that bad. Alright, so I want this to have housing on both sides for this setup. I will probably put a key line here too, to signify low ground, high ground. And then this is all going to be beach area. I might want to do something weird and put parking lots here. All along the inside of the quay. It's like, why not? We could have parking lots. Now, another thing is that we're going to have to connect to the high ground here. That's going to be what connects to here. So I need to actually create some space. So looking at the zoning, it's not too bad. When a dupe sneezed and you know you knew he was a goner, dude, it happens sometimes, man. I started playing Oni in the early days. Took a long break. Oh, that was when Slime Lung was deadly then. I see you over there. Showing your age, Leniscus, Kappa. Alright. So we have this house going to the low ground. This is going to be where the town proper is going to be. There's no way I don't push this down, to be honest. There's probably going to be housing up here. And we need to pull this down to create room. We also know that this is probably going to be a natural cliff. And then I want a little bit of housing up the hills. I want that. I don't know if I'll get it, because I might have to redo this mountain right here completely. So this is going to go down this way, and then we're going to leaf to here. And then we go down here. I probably... Man, yeah, it doesn't look like it's large enough. So I need to push this in by a lot. So the reason why you kind of want to over-push the mountain is because you have to re-smooth it later anyways, so you need space for that. Alright. So this bottom street isn't always going to be there. I do need to make a key line, and then I need to start setting up the grid over here. So the grid's going to be relative to the lower levels. So I need to look for some segments. Probably here is going to be one of them that's going to be kind of nice. Right here to go uphill. I probably have one here to go uphill. And then probably at the edge. So this goes up, that goes up. I do want housing off of that, at least one small street off of the main street. I don't know if I have enough space for that, actually. And then 1, 2, I guess 3 then. Has to work like that. Okay, so let's set up the keys. So we want to over push this a lot of the times. And then do something like that. So we have a 1 space gap behind it. What map is this? This is Lagoon Shore. This is the map in the base game. You actually, all you need is the vanilla game. Alright, so I'm not a fan on how the grid doesn't work well. So we're gonna do something weird. We're gonna move everything in by exactly 1 level. No. I did that wrong. So it's 280. That goes into there. We delete that. This comes down to here. That goes down to there. That goes down to there. Not a fan of tropical maps, but we will be happy to see what you make of it. Hey, man, I do my best. Trying to make it look good. But yeah, I haven't done a tropical map in a long time, so it's a nice change of pace. Thank you, Miss Chemical Stairs, for the map commands. The sand texture underneath the trees annoy me. Oh yeah, right there. I wish we could get rid of that. Can I paint that? Oops, that's the wrong thing. Oh, I could remove that. Let's go. Hey, I could remove the sand underneath the trees. Let's go. That's strats, baby. It looks clean now. All right, so here means here to here is 50. I thought you needed a mod for that. Nice. No, that is a mod. That is a mod. That's funny you say that. That's actually a mod, yeah. No. Let me do my terraforming in peace. So it's here, technically. Technically, that's correct. And then I have to push this out still. So I'm wondering, you said no content creator. What about map pack and vehicles of the world? That's the same thing. That's the same thing. Like, you could get it. Don't get me wrong. It's just that given your situation, that's not something you should be getting. Because I'm saying you have free options on the workshop. You could always get it later. I'm just saying, man. I'm not a fan of any of those things, though. Because it's like, you get it on the workshop. All right. Spellmore, what's good? Hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. All right. Doing good. How about you guys? We're just setting up a beach area. Adding a beach to the city. It'd be like that sometimes. All right. There's a chunk right here we have to remove, which is fine. We'll have to do that. But we have to terraform before we could remove the chunk. Doing pretty good though, just trying to stay cool, trying to make a beach. Trying to have some nice fun in the sand. Alright, so we could fix that by deleting that segment and then redoing it. There we go. Nice. So now we could argue this is the low ground now. So that's why we made a double road here, so that it snaps to the grid, making it a little bit cleaner and easier to set up the key. So now everything is nice. We'll have to push it in again, and then we'll do the hook later. Now, I don't know if I want to have that same setup here. I think this might be better off as a gradual hill. Like the top area to the beachside area, the difference is literally just a small incline in the terrain height. I think that's going to be not bad. However, though, I need to think about spacing. The space from the road connections. Because I'm pretty sure I do take these road connections. And I may potentially have this connect over here. Alright, so I think we're going to need to have this as an arbitrary line. Right, there's going to be a hill right here, so it doesn't really matter. We know that the distance from here to here is a 13, and then this is a 8. So this is a 21. 420. Now, 21, huh? Run that parallel. Whoa, that looked jank for a second. Oh, that's fine. Oh, this is jank. Why is that jank? What the heck? Oh, I didn't pull it from the middle. So this is 20 units. We could delete that. Have this roll like that. No broken grids. No broken grids. Cool. So we could trim this, trim that. Alright, so this is a 20 units. So we get zoning off the side. I want to get space to have a large road, though. Am I asking for too much? Am I saying I need an additional road when I don't actually need to? That might be the case. That actually might be the case. Because I want to get a small street and a big 4-lane. What's up, Getty Go? How are you? What's the plan for this area? Residential or mixed? It's a beach harbor area that's literally just going to be a beach, and then we're going to have a harbor as well. I might put the harbor over here, though. So we have the beach on this side, and then we're going to have the harbor that connects from here. Now, the thing is that I'm playing around with the elevation because we're at 130 and we're going down to 80 meters. There's a 50-meter drop. So I have to do some weird things with the highway, which is fine. However, I want to make it so that this is a small little beach area. Maybe a small commercial, low density. It's going to be residential and commercial, but the harbor is going to be the big thing that pulls in a lot of traffic. So I need the highway to come and connect, and it's going to basically be highway from here to here, curbs down, we do a loop to the bottom, and then once we get to the bottom, we're going to have a 4-lane. And then that 4-lane is going to be my main street. We have beach housing right here. This is going to be purely just beach and parking space because of how I want to do a low tide, high tide area, meaning that technically this is where the high tide is, where the water level rises, and then when it's low tide, you get a proper beach again. That's the logic. Now, I also want to do some hillside, mountainside zoning, low density. That's what I want to do up top as well, because it makes sense that if this is a mountain and this is a beach area, we would probably have a little bit of housing right here, overlooking. High land value, right? It's a place where people want to go to. Maybe have the casino right here, who knows? The problem is, though, is that I need to actually push back so much of this mountain. I don't know if I'll have enough for hillside housing. Like, it might work, and then everything else just becomes too steep for me to actually build housing on, which kind of makes sense. But that's kind of the dilemma right now. I have a street right here that needs to become a main street, and then this is going to be the low-level beach houses. Now, the problem is that I want to also have a... I have to do the spacing, so it has to be 12 units, and then my main street would be here. And that would be the 4-lane.